Welcome to Statistics Explorer. This is an application which combines statistical data with geographical areas. You can load an Explorer application with maps of your area and any statistical data for the area you would like to study. This application, made by the Traffic and Public Transport Authority in Gothenburg, shows the different areas in Gothenburg here on the map. You can zoom in if you click on the plus here, and out by clicking at the minus. Or you could scroll your wheel on your mouse. You can move to the right, up or down, or just by taking the map and dragging it to any side. The color scale legend out here plays an important role in Statistics Explorer. The color you decide to use here is visible both on the map and on the scatter plot. This color scale legend is set to show which part of Gothenburg that has the highest figure when it comes to customer satisfaction on bicycle accessibility. A red area on the map, or a red dot out here, means that the area has a high value. The color scale is set to use a statistical method based on percentiles. 50% of the values are colored in blue, and 50% of the values are colored yellow or red. How the percentile distribution is set can be changed. If you click on the arrow here, you can change the distribution to be using 10, 50 or 90 percentiles, or 25, 50 or 75. If you don't want the percentile distribution, you can change to uniform distribution by clicking here. Here you can also find different uniform distributions by clicking at the arrow. You can change to another one. You can also take these ones and drag them to where you want them. And if you want to put in an exact value, you can click on them and set the value at whatever you want it to be. And then press OK. You can change the color scale by clicking on the top icon here. When you're satisfied, you just close this one. You can also move the color scale by dragging up here. You can change the indicator you want the map to show by clicking the arrow out here. And then I can take any of my indicator. For example, how many people that uses a car. So these ones staying out here are not frequently car users. You can turn off the Google Map layer in the background if you want to, just by clicking up here. If you have the Google Map layer on, you can click on Options, Map Layer Settings, and then you can change from terrain to streets, for example. Or if you want to have a hybrid, that's okay as well. You can also change the opacity by taking this handle here to either of the sides. To your right, you have the possibility to show 3 more indicators. The color on the dots show the map indicator, but you can use the x-axis for one indicator, the y-axis for another indicator, and the size of the dots for a third one. This application is preloaded with persons with children aged 0 to 15 years, and on the y-axis you find people that are aged 30 to 49 years. The size of the dots show the number of highly educated people in the area. You can zoom in this view just by dragging your mouse over the area you want to study more. If you want to see the whole picture again, you just press here. These indicators can also be altered by clicking the arrows. You just click here and you take another indicator. In this way you are able to view 4 different indicators at once, but there are even more possibilities. If you click Options and then Pie Chart Settings, you have the possibility to show even more indicators. In this application, the Traffic and Public Transport Authority in Gothenburg have chosen to show the ones that go by car in orange, the ones that go by bike in blue, and the ones that uses public transport in green. You can turn the pie chart on or off. If you have it on, maybe you want to see a bit closer, and then you can see that out here a lot of people go by car. I turn that off again. You can mark different areas by clicking on them. You can click on the map to mark an area, and then you see that you have it here as well. It's marked both places. But you can also mark here, and you see that the one you click is marked on the map. If you want to mark more than one, you just click on the one you want to mark, press Ctrl on your keyboard, and then you click the others you want to study more closely. And there is yet another possibility. Press Ctrl on your keyboard and then drag over some of the spots, and all of them are marked. If you sit like this for a while, you can sometimes feel that you lose control over what you are doing. Then it's just to click in the address window up here and press Enter. And you are back where you started. There is yet another possibility. Down at the bottom you have a parallel axis chart that's not shown from the beginning. You can find it by dragging here. Here you can have even more indicators if you want. I click on Set Indicators to choose which indicators I want to have here. The ones that are marked are shown. I can change the order of them by dragging them to the right place. I just take one and drag it to where I want it. And when I'm satisfied, I click Apply. I can filter away the extremes if I want to find the areas or groups that I'm looking for. If I filter some areas away, they get white in the map. I take here and drag that handle up, and one part is filtered away down there. I can filter away the extremes. You see that this one got white out here. I take away the Google Map layer and I will see it more clearly. The size of the bar here shows the number of areas that you can find at that value. If I go up here, it's 15 that are at this value, 8 at that and 4 at that. If I mark some of the areas up here, or if I mark an area in the map, that area gets a black line down here, so I can study the area more closely. If you choose histogram down here, you get a histogram showing one indicator for all areas. The colors are still from the indicator you choose for the color scale up here. If you have focus on down here, you see all the areas, but focus are where this blue line is. So I can drag this one to the side and focus goes to some other areas. If I take focus off, I only see some of the areas, and I can take this one to see the rest.